Hercules live action is coming, guys. Are you fed up with all of these Disney live action adaptations? Let's take a look. Disney's live action Hercules is taking inspiration from Tik Tok. Really? Well, it's being produced by the Russo brothers. They did Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, so they're going to be producing this live-action remake of Hercules inspired by Tik Tok. I have no idea what the heck this could possibly mean. Joe Russo, in an interview with Variety, said this: "There are questions about how you translate it as a musical. Audiences today have been trained by Tik Tok, right? What is their expectations of what that musical looks like and feels like? That can be a lot of fun and help us push the boundaries of a little bit of how to execute a modern musical." Well, because, yeah, people didn't really respond to that throwback musical style from, like, West Side Story. Could something that would be chopped up into little bits, fragmented, work for a Hercules musical? I don't know. Is it too much from Disney? I think it may be. Margot Robbie is going to be in that new Barbie movie, and there's a headline with her. Margot Robbie reveals how she approached the role of Barbie, and for some reason they start off talking about her movie I, Tonya, and her being like this big figurehead and how it just jumped out at you. So I think maybe that's what they're trying to get at with this article here. But Barbie director Greta Gerwig has heaped praise on Margot Robbie's performance, and yes, it's going to be with her. Ryan Gosling is going to be Ken, and actually there's going to be multiple Barbies and Kens in this, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. What was the angle that they were talking about here? Well, Robbie herself described the story as being a little left of center before adding this. Something like Barbie, where the IP, the name itself, people immediately have an idea of, oh, Margot is playing Barbie. I know what that is, but our goal is to be like, whatever you're thinking, we're going to give you something totally different. The thing you didn't know you wanted from a Barbie movie, guys. Coming July 21st, 2023. I'm kind of intrigued by that. Something that we didn't know that we wanted. Jennifer Lawrence is in a couple of headlines. Let's take a look at what she's got going on. Jennifer Lawrence reveals why she dropped out of Bad Blood. Bad Blood was a movie set to be written and directed by Adam McKay, and she just worked with him for Don't Look Up, right? But what was this about, Bad Blood? Well, I guess Amanda Seyfried played this Holmes character for the hit Hulu series Dropout, and when Jennifer Lawrence saw that performance, she said, well, I thought she was terrific. I was like, yeah, we don't need to redo that. She did it. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, Adam McKay's Bad Blood. He's an acclaimed director for sure. What was Bad Blood about? The film would have chronicled, well, it is going to still happen, I think, but it won't be with Jennifer Lawrence. The film will chronicle the rise and downfall of Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, a Silicon Valley entrepreneur who became the youngest, richest, self-made billionaire due to her blood testing startup. So yeah, she wanted to step back because she felt like it was already done and she didn't want to retread that territory. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What's the other Jennifer Lawrence headline? Well, yesterday she revealed that Adele tried to warn her about starring in the sci-fi flop Passengers. Now, I didn't think it was a flop. I actually quite enjoyed that movie. In fact, I owned the Blu-ray for a short time until I was hard up and I had to hawk it for $5 for a chalupa. Anyway, it was well worth it. I liked her performance in it, all joking aside. It was like The Shining in space with Chris Pratt, and I had lots of fun with it. We got some comments here from this story. Adele tried to warn her, though. I don't know, guys. Don't beat yourself up, Jennifer. I know lots of people enjoyed it. I know I did. Yeah, I enjoyed Passengers most. So most people enjoyed Passengers. Jennifer, lots of people liked it. I also regret seeing it. So yeah, maybe there is a minority there that people didn't like Passengers. But what do you guys think? Steven Spielberg wants to make a Western. Okay, well, this is up on Joe Blow. Steven Spielberg says that he wants to make a Western now. Well, he's done the musical West Side Story. He's done sci-fi. He's done high-action adventures. Why not make a Western? Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's see what's going on here in an interview with a Hollywood Reporter. I guess, according to Hollywood Reporter, the director was brainstorming some ideas. He said, I started seriously thinking, if I had to make one movie I haven't made yet, something that I really want to do on a very personal atomic level, what would that be? And there was only one story I felt I really wanted to tell. And that was about the Fabelmans. So what the heck does that have to do with being a Western? What the heck does that have to do with anything? Well, he said that beyond the Fabelmans there, he said that he still has more stories to tell, and one genre he hasn't personally tackled is of a Western. So it was just kind of tacked on there. But I'd like to see a Steven Spielberg Western. Why not? Aubrey Plaza. This will be the big story of the day, right? Or for some people, Aubrey Plaza has joined Marvel, and it's going to be for Agatha, Coven of Chaos, the spinoff from WandaVision with Catherine Hahn. That's cool. Aubrey Plaza, I do like her. She's a great performer, guys. And if you actually watch some of her interviews, she's got an interesting sense of humor there, too. Very quirky, and I like that. So that's a really interesting cast. That's rounding out rather nicely. I think that they're going to start production on that soon. It's expected winter of 2023. Really? Okay. Well, let's take a look at the IMDb for Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Right now, we don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but Catherine Hahn, Aubrey Plaza, Joe Locke was announced the other day too, Emma Caulfield Ford. Okay, so the cast is starting to round out, but I think Aubrey Plaza is a good addition to the MCU. I think a lot of people will be happy and welcoming to see her. More good news continues on with the Sandman Season 2. Sandman Season 2 has been renewed. Sandman. Guys, did you like the Sandman? I watched it, and I liked the second half of this season much more than I liked the first half. But it was one of those series where it didn't have a high audience rating to begin with, but it was kind of one of those ones where, you watch an episode and then you let it stew for a bit. So it had this long-term trajectory to it that people started to really talk about it and like it over a long period of time instead of coming and just going out in kind of like a big blaze kind of thing. I recommend that you go see it. I enjoyed it. The visuals in this were absolutely breathtaking. Now, it did have a few stinker episodes, the diner episode, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to this because I like this character, and I like the fact that, the questions of morality of this god-like character. Should he help people or shouldn't he help people? And it went into some dark subject matter too with Lucifer and stuff like that. Let's see what the reactions are. The show is garbage. Oh, okay. Well, I guess some people didn't like it. Cool, says some people. Love the novels, but the thought of that show was a bit of a slog. So, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, people who like the source material maybe had some issues with it. But I know that there's a fan base out there for the Sandman series. I enjoyed it. I had an interesting time, and I kind of like reflecting on it. I want to see more of this franchise. I want to see them develop it a little bit more, and that's kind of cool. The Sandman star teases Joanna Constantine returned in new post. Yes, there's a Constantine. No, it's not Constantine. They pronounce it Constantine in this, right? Joanna Constantine. In a recent announcement, I guess the actress took to her social media to say Jenna Coleman did. The actress who played Constantine in this said, Sandman returns. So the fans out there are kind of like, yes, bring more of her, because she was only in one episode. But I'll like to see more for her. I want to see more of, this character, the Sandman, for sure. Continuing on with more TV headlines, guys. The Mandalorian Season 3 release date reportedly set. Really? Is it? Guys, I've seen this headline for the last week or so, and it hasn't been substantiated just yet, but there are reports out there from Making Star Wars saying that it's going to be February 22nd, 2023. But then you think about some of the other releases for the other two Mandalorian seasons. It wasn't until later in the year. I suspect that it's going to be earlier in 2023 because I think it's all done. It's all in the can. They're just editing it now, right? So some of the comments there, Baby Yoda in this one, yes, Grogu is going to be in this one. We've seen it in the teasers and in the trailers, and I like that, and I want to see more. Bo-Katan, for sure. So I think this one, Season 3, is going to be a really cool turn because they're done issuing if Grogu is going to be with Mando in this one. So they're going to be together from now on, I think. Mandalorian Season 3, I'll keep my eye open. If the February date is confirmed, well, we know first here that yeah, it's possible that we should keep our eye on that. Right now, guys, we are watching Andor on this channel, full live watch-alongs. We just did episode 9 yesterday, and I encourage you to go over there and check that out. It's in a nice little playlist. Great episode, and there's an article up about the villain in that episode, and I like her a lot, guys. I do. Andor Villain actor says fans won't cheer for her anymore. Well, you know, Deidre Miro is she's like a security bureau officer. She works for the Empire, and she's like really into trying to capture the rebellion, and she does a fantastic job in this latest episode. And people say that because she's torturing people and stuff like that, and she's very strict, and she comes down, but she's also pretty scary too. She just, you see her performance, and I'm still a fan of her performance. I'm still a fan of the character. I know she's going to be like the big bad guy now. But yeah, guys, go check that out for sure. Enola Holmes sequels. Guys, what else are we doing this on? Enola Holmes sequels. Let's talk about that. Aside from the Andor episodes, tomorrow we'll be doing a full live watch-along for Enola Holmes 2. Come join us at 1 p.m., guys, and we'll be watching Enola Holmes 2, a full live watch-along. And let's talk about the sequels here, because well, if they're going to do Enola Holmes 2, we know it's based off a book series. What could be next in store? What Enola Holmes 3 could include, according to Millie Bobby Brown? Well, I think there's definitely, yeah, if it does well, and I think it will do well, because Millie Bobby Brown is a big name, and it's going to have Henry Cavill back as Sherlock, for sure it's going to be big. Why not? According to Millie Bobby Brown, she says about a third one, yes, absolutely, I would love to be part of another one. I would love to see her do more cases, but put under pressure, be put in crazy situations, make her feel vulnerable again. I absolutely love seeing her back at work. Yes, solving mysteries and stuff like that. I enjoyed the first one, the interactions with her and Sherlock, Henry Cavill. They had like that really cool brother-sister dynamic, and I think we're going to get more of that in Enola Holmes 2. And because it's based off books, we can definitely see more for sure. And I think it's going to be a big success, guys. I really do. Come join us tomorrow for more Enola Holmes and the full live watch-along for sure. And finally today, guys, we round out by talking about people behaving badly. I'm looking forward to the Equalizer that I misspelled in this title card, but whatever. 120 grams of drugs were seized from Equalizer 3 crew members. Oh, yeah, it is people behaving badly. The set of Denzel Washington's Equalizer 3 has become the site of a drug bust as Italian police seize 120 grams of narcotics. Jeez, Italian. It happened in Italy, man. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, yeah. And it's bad for like crews that get hired on for things like this, because now people are going to have to go through checks and stuff like that. It's just bad, man. It's a bad headline. How could this incident impact the film industry? Well, then, because that's what's going to happen. Everybody that gets hired on for making movies now is going to have to go through these testing, these screenings, and I think they should anyway, but I mean, come on, guys, what are you doing? Italian government offers generous tax incentives, and that's a repercussion that could happen now too, is that some of those tax incentives to come to here, shoot your production here, those could dry up if shenanigans keep happening, like this. This is outrageous. This is unheard of. I can't believe this. Equalizer 3 members, busted. And I was busted now for misspelling that in my title card here. But guys, hey, you know what? It is what it is. It happens, right? And hey, guys, if you want to see another video from us, we'll be talking about The Witcher, and the fans petitioning for Netflix to bring back Henry Cavill. What's going to happen with that, guys? Click right there and you'll find out, and join us for more movie news tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe. You know you like this kind of small digest, right? Yeah, you're watching Your Domains.